Unless we discover some sort of adamantium alloy, pure internal combustion engines seem to have reached their peak of performance and are not likely to surpass 2000 horsepower. Electric cars, on the other hand, are only scratching the surface of their potential, which has already allowed them to beat IC counterparts in terms of maximum outputs and acceleration. Since we have last covered EV supercars, the number of all-new models has exploded, and their specifications reached beyond comprehensible heights. Today we dive into the lineup of pure megawatts. So subscribe to Automotive Territory for all of your EV news and enjoy the ride! Asparc Owl. 3 years after the concept's release, ambitions of Japan's first full-electric hypercar are not being diminished. On the contrary, the Owl's performance specs have been doubled. The latest setup is represented by 4 motors and a 64 kWh battery, yielding the total of 212 horsepower and 1,480 pound-feet. The claimed 0 to 60 time is 1.69 seconds, and the top speed is capped at 248 mph. Unless the competitors catch up, these figures will ensure the Asparc Owl the title of the world's quickest production automobile. The car rides on a double wishbone suspension at each corner, the body is nearly entirely comprised of carbon fiber, and the stopping power comes from massive carbon ceramic discs with 10 and 4-piston calipers front and rear. Only 50 Owls will be produced by the Manifattura Automobili Torino in Italy, and each one is priced at $3.2 million. Hyperion XP1. The need for electric supercars to be extremely fast and agile dictates the use of smaller batteries, which eventually thwarts the range of these vehicles and messes up their grand touring potential. Angelo Cafantaris and the California technology company Hyperion Motors believe that they can solve this issue by replacing rare metal lithium packs with the universe's most abundant element, hydrogen. The XP1 powertrain will be comprised of 4 motors all-wheel drive system, ultracapacitors to buffer the output, and a 3-speed transmission. The creators promise 1,000 miles range, courtesy of a bulletproof hydrogen tank that could be refueled in 5 minutes. The construction of the Hyperion megacar includes a carbon titanium monocoque chassis, V-wing doors, active aero components that also act as solar panels, and a 134-inch glass canopy. Weighing just 2,275 pounds, Hyperion quotes 2.2 seconds 0 to 60 and 220 miles per hour top speed. Lotus Evora. A significant cash infusion into the Lotus's coffers by the Chinese conglomerate Geely allowed the British brand to go through a renaissance. The apex of this cooperation is the Evora, the world's lightest and most powerful series production hypercar for now. The weight of 3,850 pounds was achieved by implementing an ultralight carbon fiber monocoque and magnesium wheels. To reduce the drag, Lotus engineers drew inspiration from Le Mans race cars and optimized the airflow with Venturi tunnels. The Evora is juiced by a mid-mounted 70 kWh battery pack and 4 electric motors that churn 2,027 horsepower and 1,254 pound-feet of torque. Its all-electric range is 215 miles, top speed over 200 mph, and 0 to 60 is under 3 seconds. Sadly, due to the untimely termination of relations with the Williams Advanced Engineering, the first deliveries of Evora's 130 units production run have been postponed until summer of 2021. Karmarivaro GTE. After ditching its notorious founder Henrik Fisker, Karma Automotive is attempting to re-establish itself as an American luxury electric car maker. The new R&D funds are coming from the Chinese automotive supply company Wanxiang Group. This is allowed to expand the portfolio of Karmarivaro models up to 4. The most recent entry is the all-electric GTE, scheduled for the unveil in April 2021. It is previewing the company's proprietary eFlex modular platform that will be sourced to any interested third parties. 3 configurations are up for grabs: 200 miles 75 kWh, 300 miles 100 kWh, and the top-spec 120 with 400 miles. The latter is being tested on the GTE prototype, which is equipped with a dual-motor all-wheel drive powertrain that puts to the wheels 1100 horsepower and 10,500 pound-feet of torque. Rimac C2. The C2 could be easily labeled as the world's most anticipated electric hypercar if we were to disregard the Roadster, which has been out of the news for the past couple of years. The specifications of the original concept have not been downgraded. The C2 is still powered by 4 electric motors, one at each individual wheel, with a combined power output of 1.4 megawatts or 1,914 horsepower, all-wheel drive, and all-wheel torque factoring. The 0-60 acceleration time is 1.85 seconds, plus the top speed reaches unprecedented for an EV 258 mph. 17 units of Rimacs are currently going through the final homologation process, and unless Richard Hammond comes in and messes up the final testing stage, this hypercar will soon start rolling off the production lines in Croatia. In total, 150 units will be assembled at the factory just 140 miles away from the hometown of Nikola Tesla, and of course all of them have already been sold out. Genovation GXE. Until Chevrolet decides to release some version of the Corvette as an all-electric car, your only option to get a BV vet is the 750k conversion by the Californian Genovation that was developed exclusively for the 7th generation of the model. The GXE replaces the AC engine by the front-mounted 60 kWh battery pack, with 2 inverters on the side, each connected to its own electric motor. The system sends 800 horses and 718 pound-feet to the rear wheels and produces confirmed 212 mph speeds. What makes the GXE unique is the fact that, unlike other EV supercars, it still comes with a gearbox. The company offers an 8-speed automatic as standard, but there is also a beefed-up version of the stock 7-speed Tramic manual. On the outside, you can distinguish Genovation creations from the C7 by the new active rear wing and 3D printed taillights. Electric cars are just starting to show their true potential. Like this episode to support their faster development and make your contribution to the looming defeat of the fire-breathing machines. Let's keep going. Draco GT. Established in 2013, the California native Draco has made its name with a GT all-electric super sedan that started production in 2020. Offered in regular and track editions, the model has very classic and attractive exterior, offers seating for 4 people, and packs lots of high-end equipment, including a 4-way adjustable Allen suspension, carbon ceramic Brembo brakes, and Michelin tires. However, the GT's most impressive feature is its drivetrain. The system consists of 4 and-wheel electric motors that generate 1200 horsepower and 6,490 pound-feet of wheel torque. The motors power each wheel individually and use a proprietary Draco Drive OS that enables torque factoring. Being able to propel the car to 206 miles per hour, they ensure superior drivability and handling in challenging performance situations. Automobili Pininfarina. Pininfarina is celebrating the 90th anniversary since Battista Pininfarina founded the legendary coachbuilder. The celebration was formed into the special Anniversario version of their first electric hypercar. Externally, you will distinguish the newcomer by the hand-painted heritage-inspired Anniversario livery made up by 3 colors: Bianco Sestiere, Grigio Antonelliano, and signature Iconica Blue. The aerodynamics are improved with a new rear wing, rear aero fins, and an exclusive Furiosa package, which is comprised of carbon fiber front splitter, side blades, and rear diffuser. The Anniversario keeps the 4-motor 1900 horsepower powertrain, but by shedding over 20 pounds of weight, it increases the top speed to 217 mph. This is achieved thanks to the lighter 21-inch wheels and new performance tires. Finally, the special edition is even rarer than the original Battista, and it is planned to be built only in the amount of 5. Hispanos Ueza Carman. The name of the iconic pre-World War II automotive brand is currently disputed by multiple companies. One of those is led by the direct descendant of the Hispanos Ueza founder, Damian Mateo. After being dormant for almost a century, the Spanish-Swiss moniker is making a triumphant comeback by releasing an all-electric supercar with a carbon fiber monocoque and design inspired by the 1938 DuBonnet Xenia. It is powered by 2 electric motors that make 1000 horsepower and will get you to 60 miles per hour in 2.6 seconds. The original Carman is limited to just 19 units, but in 2021, it will be followed up by an even more exclusive variant that commemorates the 1920s victories of the Hispanos Ueza H6 Coupe at the French town of Boulogne. The newcomer adds carbon fiber elements, wears black paint with copper accents, sheds 132 pounds of weight, and boosts the powertrain output by 100 extra ponies. Apex AP0. With the anticipated price just north of $200K, the new AP0 by the British Hong Kong startup Apex Motors is expected to become one of the most affordable supercars on the market. It is built on a carbon fiber top chassis with a center spine, modular space frames, and all carbon fiber bodywork. The AP0's advanced aerodynamic system was developed by the Elemental Design, and the car also boasts a complex collection of lidars and radars that make self-driving possible. This Apex has a claimed system output of 660 horses and 428 pound-feet, all of which are sent to the rear wheels. On track, the car should do 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds and top off at 190 miles per hour. It also aims to become one of the lightest EV supercars out there, tipping the scales at 2,640 pounds. This figure feels even more impressive if you consider that the model's 90 kWh battery pack accounts for 1,210 pounds. Vega EVX. Announced back in 2015, the EVX from the Sri Lanka-based Vega took 5 long years to develop, and it was finally shown in its pre-production form via a live stream at the time of the 2020 Geneva. The 2-ton sports coupe boasted red-painted carbon fiber body with an aggressive front fascia, LED DRLs, and a massive diffuser. It also got a revised powertrain that now features 2 motors, 402 horsepower each, and a liquid-cooled 55 kWh battery, good for 155 miles of range. With 561 pound-feet of torque and all-wheel drive capability, the Vega gets to 60 in 3.1 seconds. The initial release will be restricted to 25 units, but in the future, the brand plans to add 2 more motors to the drivetrain and install a 130 kWh battery, boosting the max velocity to 236 mph and slashing acceleration below 2 seconds. Do you agree that internal combustion cars have reached the end of the road? Which one of the presented EV megacars deserves to be added to your dream collection? Answer these questions in the comment section and like this video to support the electric revolution. Subscribe to Automotive Territory to get notified about the best top 10 videos on YouTube. And as always, may the torque be with you!